Hello, everyone, and welcome to the XR Development with Unity info session hosted by us here at Circuit Stream. It's a pleasure to have you all join us today. My name is Roham. I go by Ro. Before we get started, I do want to do a couple of housekeeping items. If you guys could just let me know in the chat if you can see me and hear me okay, that would be fantastic. Perfect. Thank you, Keegan, David. Thank you, guys. Yeah, and a couple of other housekeeping items. You guys already found the chats tab. Feel free to shoot your LinkedIn profiles in there. We also have a questions tab. If you have any questions throughout the session for me or for our amazing guest, please don't hesitate to throw them in the questions tab. We will have a question Q&A section at the end of the session to answer your questions live. And then lastly, we also have the polls tab. I will be throwing in a couple of polls throughout the info session. If you guys could take some time and answer those, that would be fantastic. We use your answers to make sure that we improve both our offerings as well as these awesome events that we host for you guys. Now, as a reminder, this event will be recorded, and anyone who registered will be sent the recording of the session via email once it's done. Now, let's get right into it. Like I mentioned, my name is Roham. I go by Ro. I'm a senior enrollment advisor here at Circuit Stream. I've had 7+ years of working experience in both business development and customer service. And in a previous life, I was a semi-pro soccer, or for those of us not in North America, football player. But again, that was long ago, and I'm not there yet, unfortunately. And for today, we have a fantastic guest for you all. As one of our alumni, Miji is a part of the Circuit Stream family. She's also the CEO and founder of Core Meta Inc., which helps individuals learn Korean in XR. She's also an XR developer and has gone through the XR development with Unity program, which makes her the ideal guest speaker to have. It is an honor to have her join us today. Now, I'm sure, again, we will have many questions for her. But before we get into that, I wanted to basically go over the agenda for today. We're going to spend some time doing some introductions and then discuss some questions as well as experience with our guest speaker. Miji will be talking a little bit about her experience throughout the program, and also her experience with, basically finding her own company and working in XR, and really just get a lot of information from her in that regard. After that, we'll spend about 10 minutes to wrap up, and I'll share some additional resources with everyone before we invite Miji back onto the stage for our Q&A section. Now, one of the questions we always get, I want to tell you guys a little bit about Circuit Stream and who we are. We're an education company founded back in 2015, where our founders noticed a gap in the personalized training and education space in the immersive technology, or XR, which is an umbrella term for extended reality. To date, we're super proud to say we've supported over 45 to 50,000 individual learners in XR and in Unity. So the community channel that you guys as Circuit Stream students will get access to will include over 50,000 learners, alumni, current students, and any future students. It is an ever-growing community. Now, these learners have taken part in our various workshops and courses over the years, and this is really, again, a milestone that we're super, super proud to have reached. Now, what we have at Circuit Stream is a global team of industry experts who are passionate about accelerating the AR and VR industry through education. And we have team members and instructors all over the world, which also helps us in accommodating students across multiple time zones around the world. Now, Circuit Stream is also a Unity official training partner. Partners of Unity are basically approved based on their expertise, their focus on quality education, and on the demonstrated success of their students. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Unity, they've created one of the most robust and extensive development engines on the market, which we'll shed a little bit of light on very shortly. But I do want to mention that our instructors hold the highest level of certification offered by Unity. Now, we have an academic portfolio of free online workshops and webinars like today, and also a variety of courses that we offer, which are all designed to help students learn how to build virtual reality and augmented reality assets in Unity, as well as with our boot camp, a focus on game development. Now, these courses are mainly for beginners, but we can help more intermediate or advanced students or teams through our one-on-one sessions or team training offers. Now, I will mention all of our courses. This session is focused on the XR development with Unity program, which is and beginner friendly program for individuals who are looking to gain XR specific training. We also offer our interaction design and prototyping for XR program. This is also a beginner friendly program focused on prototyping and designing interactions within XR. And lastly, we also have our Unity Game Development Bootcamp. This is an intensive 30-week, beginner-friendly, live online bootcamp to prepare you for a successful career in 3D development. And this is by far the most extensive program that we've ever offered. So one of the questions we always get is, who have we worked with? Well, on screen, you'll see that we've trained teams and professionals for some of the largest organizations in the world. And I do want to mention that we work with organizations large and small, right down to the individual learners. I'm also super proud to announce that we are continuing to expand our partnerships with some of the world's most prestigious universities to offer our educational programs. As you can see on screen, these are some of our partners here offering all three programs, and we are again going to roll out new partnerships very, very soon throughout the world. So stay tuned for that. Now, what exactly is Unity? If you've seen this interface before, then you're most likely already familiar with Unity. And if you've seen this muffin clicker game on screen, then you've probably been through our C# scripting fundamentals course. But for those of you who are not familiar with the engine, Unity is a free development engine. It's a program that can be used to create both 2D and real-time 3D content, which would include augmented reality as well as virtual reality. And in our opinion, Unity is definitely the program most beginner friendly if you're looking to essentially begin making your own XR applications and if you're looking to start your XR journey. Now, we know that Unity is used to create over 60% of the world's AR and VR content, and it's also responsible for an enormous share of the broader content and application markets. Now, just like anything, these applications all start with an idea. From there, you need to basically build your assets and bring them into Unity and create immersive interactions using scripts in the C# programming language. Once you're happy with your build, you need to leverage an SDK or software development kit to ensure that your target device is compatible with your build. Once you've done those two steps, you can render and publish your app, and you will have an application on your hand. Perfect. So at this point, what I want to do, I want to invite our guest speaker, Miji, up on the stage. It is a privilege to have her join us today. I understand that she is going to talk a little bit about her experience and her organization with us. Then I will jump back in. I've prepared some questions for her so we can go ahead. Miji, are you with us?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, Miji. Yes, we can. We just can't see you at the moment.
I see. Hold on a second. Let me see. For some reason, my camera is not working. Why is that? Let me just do one more time.
Sure.
Okay.
And while we wait for Miji, I will mention that I am going to uh, post one of the polls and publish that. If you guys want to head over to the polls tab, please feel free to answer that for us, please. Also, again, as a reminder, we are recording this session, so everyone will receive the recording via email. And if you have any questions that you would like us to ask Miji and have Miji answer for us live, please don't hesitate to send that over into the questions tab. And David is saying, is it possible for Miji to increase the volume? Yeah, definitely. I will mention that, David. Attack, how many people are joining today? Currently, we are expecting close to 200 people to join us today. Um, now, we understand things may come up and that number may change, but that is the numbers we had uh, before the session started. Perfect. I believe Miji is trying to get her technical difficulties all sorted out. I mean, technology is great until it stops working. But while we wait for Miji, I actually have a question for everyone in the chat. When it comes to XR development, what is your goal? How did you come about this technology? Where are you looking to go with it? I always love to hear all the different ideas. There's so many applications for this technology. It's one of my personal favorites here. Perfect. Hamid, being a part of the future. Yeah, definitely. Keegan, games. Would love to make games in the future when the technology becomes more widespread. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, we're moving towards that super fast. Oh, perfect. There we go. There is Miji. Hi, Miji.
Hi, Ro. Sorry about this technical difficulty.
Oh, it's all good. No problem at all. We're glad to have you. And yeah, they were just before you came on. People in the chat were asking if we can increase the volume a little bit. So I just want to double check. Um, is the volume good now? Can you guys hear Miji?
Can you hear me better now?
Perfect. There we go. Yeses all around.
Yay,
Awesome.
good.
So I will stop sharing my screen, Miji. I will hop off, give the floor to you, and then I will come back on.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Ro. Hopefully you can hear me now better, and sorry about the camera. It's always giving me some trouble. But anyways, hello everyone. My name is Miji. I am a Korean language instructor, and I began my XR journey with the hope that I fully utilize the merits of XR to create immersive, effective, and enjoyable educational cultural content. So probably this happened to many of you, but one day a Facebook ad popped up, and it was about the Circuit Stream XR development course, and I became curious. What is this about? So I searched around, and based on my research, the Circuit Stream course was the best because the programs were taught by the industry experts, and not only that, I could access the lessons recording and also the community after the course to get tech advice and the career advice. And I thought, you know what, it's the calling. And then I took the chance. I decided to take my chance and took the C# fundamental course and the XR development with the Unity course through the University of Toronto Continuing Studies and Circuit Stream. And I began it in 2021. No, sorry. And then I decided to take that at late December 2020. And then I completed it last year. So it's 2021, 2020. Sorry, I'm getting really confused with this. Anyways, the learning curve was steep, considering that I had no background in science, computer science. So truthfully, I was quite arrogant. I was like, I'm a language teacher. This must be easy because I'm really good at language. And oh boy, it wasn't. It was two different. It was complete two different worlds. So I, but then it was really fun. The learning was really fun because I was learning something cool. The instructors were supportive, and I learned a lot, especially from the team project, because I had to apply all the knowledge that I had into the team project. And so the courses were great and I loved it. And after the course, what happened? This happened. I wanted to fulfill my objective of taking the Circuit Stream course, so I founded my startup, Core Meta Inc. As you can see on the screen, Core Meta Inc. is an extended reality software development startup for gamified cultural and educational contents. Core Meta Inc. brings metaverse and game and cultural and educational into one place because I strongly, strongly believe in gamified learning. Why? Because learning has to be fun. And that's the best way to learn it because learning is enjoyable. And so what we're doing is that our current project is our first app named Core, where you can learn the Korean alphabet the yummy way. You'll be able to learn the alphabet interacting with them. You can also learn about Korean food, and we try to provide pleasant and immersive VR experience for all of you. And I'm very, very excited to say that this app will be launched very soon on Steam. So stay tuned. And that's not it. Our next project is our multiplayer cooking game where you and your family, your friends can gather around and learn Korean recipes and vocabulary along the way. And we are working hard on this. It's a challenge, but it's really fun. And all of this has been possible thanks to our talented Core Meta team. As you will notice, as you will experience in the near future, the Circus Stream community is full of talents. And as you can see on the screen, 6 members of the Core Meta team have completed or are taking 2 or more courses at Circus Stream. And also 7 of us are from the community as well. And I'm so grateful that I have met these people because without them, nothing has been possible. And we are learning. And if you're here, Core Meta, we know that we're struggling, but we are growing together at the same time. So my advice to you is XR is the future. And if you want to learn about XR or if you're passionate about XR, then learn and acquire the skills as early as possible and utilize what Circus Stream can offer you as much as possible too. And I really do hope that I will see some of you in the Circus Stream community as well, because believe me, it's going to be a great adventure for you. So thank you so much. So that's it.
Perfect. No, that was amazing. Thank you very much for sharing and for letting us know kind of a little bit about your journey and about your amazing organization and what you guys are doing now. For this kind of part of the session, I actually prepared some questions that I thought, a lot of the potential students and people joining us today would want to know from someone such as yourself. I guess I'll start off with, you mentioned a little bit about, when you were doing your research, you found that, Circuit Stream was the best option. Can you get into that for us a little bit? Why you thought that, what from Circuit Stream really stood out to you?
So yes, I was going through some of the XR courses too, and for some reason I couldn't really relate to them. It was not really clear what the other programs are offering. However, it's the one of the best thing about it is that it was taught by industry experts. Because so it was not only about theories or books. It was not only about those things, but the industry experts who have experience in XR, they can provide a lot more comprehensive and inclusive knowledge and also the techniques for the learners. So that really stood me out. And another thing that that really stood me out, among other things, was your university partnerships, especially in my case, because I live close to Toronto. I went through the U of T continuing studies, and I felt that if I had the circuit stream badge that has the industry expert as well as U of T badge, because then people recognized U of T as well in within Canada. I thought that that would be very applicable towards my application for jobs or something like that in the future. So that was really great, and because as I the reason I got into Circuit Stream program is because I wanted to build an app. So I needed help because I know that just taking the course itself will not be enough to make me do all full scale app. And when I read that community is there for you, I could ask questions. And also one thing that I forgot to mention is one-on-one session that the XR Dev course provides. So I can actually have one-on-one session with the instructors. That one was very attractive to me. Office hours also, that was everything that Circus Stream offered that really aligned with my needs. So so I thought that a Circus Stream course was the best.
Yeah, definitely, and thank you for that. That's exactly what we hope for with all the partnerships that we're launching with with all the prestigious universities. It's Circuit Stream is a very big name in the XR industry, and then when you have the option of going through one of our university partners and also getting the certification with their brand and their brand power as well, combined together, it would be it's a really intriguing partnership for sure. What the other question that I would have is kind of, you had the moment where, okay, you did your research, you were reading about all the things that Circuit Stream offers, the one-on-ones, the communities, and the support that you get. What was the experience like compared to what you had seen actually coming into the program? How did those one-on-ones help? How did the community help? Was it worth it for you to go to the plus package to get those one-on-ones versus the starter package? Just if you could give us a little bit of insight on that, please.
Yes, I am a person who needs to ask a lot of questions, and that's how I learn. And course alone, of course, the content was very good, and it was very interesting. I got to do a lot of good projects too, like side projects, personal projects as well. But I got stuck a lot because it was, as I said, I had no computer science background. I got stuck a lot, and then when I got into one-on-one sessions, that's where I could get tailored advice and the solutions that was tailored to me. So the instructors were able to provide the answers I was looking for and the solutions I was looking for. And those one-on-one sessions really helped me. And that actually pushed me towards starting my personal app, so the Core Meta app, and that's where I began to ask more questions about it, and then I even got the advice for game design, all those things. So it was very good, and then I felt that the solutions were there through one-on-one sessions.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're always glad to hear these success stories for sure, and I'm sure it's very intriguing for everyone watching us today as well. In terms of the community channels and the community aspect of the program, I mean, we saw in your presentation that you're currently have hired and are working with 6 other members of the Circuit Stream community. How was that experience as a student going through the program and having that community? How did it help you?
I helped in every way. I'm very, very thankful to the team members who have joined me because, like I said, it was not possible to do it, but I was able to utilize channels in the Discord channel, the Circuit Stream Discord channel. And whenever I had problems, I always asked questions, I got answers. Also, I reached out to people through the job channel and then asking for people if they're interested in joining my team. And people were there. They were ready to reach out, extend, and then share their skills. And it's a very active community. So yes, for me, without community and without the Circus Stream community, actually, I believe this is number one merit that Circus Stream can offer you because they provide knowledge, they provide network, and yes, so I strongly recommend you join the Circus Stream community for sure. And that's where I got all my help.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we always recommend that, all of our students, anyone who joins in, just heavily rely on the Circuit Stream community. I mean, it's a very rare thing, you know, if you really think about it, as an individual coming into a new industry, getting access to a community of, you know, 50,000 professionals, that doesn't come by very easily. It'll take you a lifetime to build a community like
Mhm.
that as an individual. And
Definitely.
speaking of help, now that you have your own organization and are working on your own app, have you used the, you know, for example, the weekly office hours or any additional one-on-one times and just the continuous support that Circuit Stream offers?
Oh, definitely. As I've said, we are still learning, and I'm struggling every single day. And I have to reach out to instructors as well because the more brain that we have, it's just the better. And so, yes, I am a frequent visitor to office hours, and the instructors I've met, they're always willing to help, and they provide me links, they provide me web pages, and also another thing is very good is XR Dev Labs. So there are labs where the design courses outside the course, they provide those. So I attend those a lot to learn more. So yes, so yeah, so I utilized one-on-one sessions fully. I utilized office hours still, and yes, those are very helpful.
Yeah, we're definitely glad to hear that. And I want to switch gears a little bit and kind of talk about the aftermath of the program. So, within the program, obviously, you come out with a portfolio of projects. So, based on your experience, what were the next steps? This is one of the questions that we always get as advisors is, okay, I get the education, I get the certifications and the portfolio. What's next? Like, what do I need to do to get to that next step? If you have any advice or any experience of yourself of what you did after, that would be great as well.
So, as I've said before the course, I thought of just very vague idea of how what I want to do with XR, and then from there, I tried to focus on exactly what I want to deliver to the XR users, the app users, and then I went to actually one of the one-on-one sessions with one of the instructors, Nakisa, and I asked, "What should I do?" And she provided me a documentation of documents like how game design should be, and I started there and I asked questions about those, and then I went down to designing my own games, and then from that I had the wireframe of that, and I also took some UX UI course so that it could be more user friendly, and all those thinking about it, asking me questions, what do you want to deliver to the users, and also the knowledge that I was getting additionally, and then kind of formed a direction where I want to go. And I started from there, and if you actually see my first prototype of our app, you would laugh because it was very simple and very not pretty, but that's how it started. It was very simple and very, yeah, very ugly looking. But then from there, as I just to got exposed more to the community, because they also do showcase, so they showcase a lot of things. So I look at the techniques that people use. I went to LinkedIn, started to network with people, and they start to upload a lot of things, and all these little knowledge I tried to gather, and I tried to think, okay, how can I apply these techniques into my game? So one after another, I gathered and tried to make a core meta. And then when these my teams joined, and exploded because every single person had something great about them. One of them was lighting experts, some of them was music experts, and then I just started to gather more advice and feedback from them, and it just became better and better and better, and we felt that now is the time to launch your app. So we are going to launch it, and then we are trying to do a lot more exciting games there too. So that was it. I continue to learn. I tried to ask the questions, what can I do, what kind of things is missing, what how can I solve these solutions. That's what I did.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Just a quick question that came in the chat. I just want to clarify that while we're on the subject. So Paresh asked if once you enroll, you essentially get office hours forever and optional one-on-one if you choose to pay. The answer is yes. So the one-on-ones are part of our plus package that you get access to 10 hours of one-on-one. And then with the office hours, you get lifetime access. So just wanted to clarify that while we're on the subject. Um, but Miji, I'm going to ask you now to put on your hiring manager hat once I ask these questions. So, as a CEO and founder of your own company, when you're going and, looking at the candidates for an open position, uh, what do you look for, in terms of just both education, portfolio? I mean, again, you're very active in the community channels and you've hired a lot of our alumni. So, what is it that you look for as a hiring manager?
So first of all, I want to see if they're passionate. I like positive people and a positive vibe. And every single person that you have seen saw on the screen, they had very positive vibe and very good positive personality, and that attracted me the most. And the second of all is also I look for portfolios. If they had portfolios, if they didn't have portfolios, what kind of things are they interested in, and what the direction they're taking, or what kind of things they're passionate about. So I ask those kind of questions, and if that aligns with me, then I'd be very, very much interested. I'm also interested in the other things, like are they not only the XR, other than that, what kind of hobbies do they play? A lot of games, which is very, very good when it comes to making games. And what other things are they interested? Are they in music? So if they're well-rounded people, then that would be a plus factor.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this is again another question that we always get that kind of ties into what's next for me. And we always mention that, yes, the education is part of it and the certifications, which you will get coming out of the program. The portfolio is another part of it. And we always recommend to everyone, every one of our students to expand their portfolios, right? Like rely on these community channels and the people that you have access to get together, work on additional projects, utilize all the help that you have. It's just going to help you immensely when you're looking to either go your own route and create your own company or get seek a position at another company. So thank you for that. And now I want to ask you about basically your advice for students. If someone is thinking about joining this program, if you could go back to the beginning of it all, going through the program, what would you do differently? What would you do the same?
Hmm. To be honest, I was a little hesitant when I before joining this circus stream, because, like I said, I had no background in computer science. I had a self doubt, like, will I be able to do this? Is What if it's a waste of money, waste of time? I thought about that, but I wanted to also create XR app, so I joined, and I'm so glad I did it because my life changed after joining the circus stream and after I joined the circus stream, because I became more aware of what's going on around the future, around me and in the world, especially when it comes to XR industry. So I would do exactly the same to choose circus stream course. And yes, I would definitely do that and take the course, and also a few fully utilize one-on-one session, because that really helped me when it comes to making progress with my for my project. What would I do differently? I would have probably studied a bit harder. I studied hard, but I had to study harder to actually observe as much as possible. That probably expedited my process a bit more. And I would have reached out to the community sooner, because I actually reached out to the community a few months later, my course completion. And like I said, after the team mates came in, that's everything just accelerated. So I would have reached out. I've seen a lot of some people, not a lot, but a lot of some people who had great personal projects, but they had struggle. They struggle to make it faster and then make it happen. And I think they are missing this community outreach, because you can get help, and then you will find really jewels in the community. So I would have reached out sooner for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we can't say enough about the community aspect. It's just such a nice thing to have, and I've seen a lot of individuals that are just, having conversations and they bounce ideas off of one another, and next thing in a couple of weeks, that initial thought becomes an idea for an app, and we've seen that time and time again where everyone basically pitches in and chimes in with their opinions, and something beautiful and amazing grows from that. So definitely utilize the community channels is the most important thing. In terms of the program itself, it is a beginner friendly program, in terms of you don't need any particular background or background knowledge to come into the program, and we start from the basics. But as with anything in life, there's definitely challenges involved in anything that's new. So what was the biggest challenge for you, and how did you overcome that challenge throughout the program?
For me, Unity program itself, it's super fun. It makes your imagination come to life. My biggest challenge still now is actually C sharp programming. Like I said, it's completely different language for me, so I'm still learning. I'm very, very envious of people who are very, very good at C sharp. So that it would be my biggest challenge. But I know a lot of people who already have computer science background. They just absorb and they say, "Oh, it's really fun. It's really easy." So, but personally, with C sharp course, it's not course, the C sharp language itself. But I'm learning, and I got so much better than before. So I'm quite proud of that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, practice makes perfect.
Oh
And
yes.
yeah, I'm also, I join you in the statement of I'm envious of the people who are just super quick and
Oh yeah.
easy with C sharp. I mean, Nakisa can code and crack a joke at the same time, which I don't know how she does it. For
I
me,
know.
I have to sit down and basically focus with every ounce of my body to be able to uh, code. But yeah, I'm also envious of those. One thing I wanted to do, and I mean, I know we talked about this prior to the session, so I want to be a bit careful in the wording of it. But as I understood, and correct me if I'm wrong, you are right now in talks to have a partnership
Mm.
set up with Circuit Stream and Core Meta Inc. to hire bootcamp and XR development graduates. Now, that's amazing news. It's come full circle, and we're super happy and proud of that. I know our co-founders were like proud fathers. You could see the tears coming down when they heard that. So, um, but one thing I wanted to ask you is, what made you decide to basically do this partnership, or even entertain the idea and say, okay, I do want to hire from the pool of graduates that Circuit Stream has trained.
Hmm. First of all, it's proven so far. So far, the people that I met and then joined Core Meta Inc. They are from Circus Stream, and they have performed exceptionally well, beyond my imagination. So there's no obstacle for me not to hire people from Circus Stream, because yeah, that they're more than what I wanted. And I also wanted to provide opportunities for people who are learning, because I really believe in education. And I've seen a lot of people who struggle, saying that I have all the industry at the moment in XR. They're looking for only 5 year experience, 3 year old. But the XR itself, it's not really long, and yet they're looking for someone who has extensive, very long experience. And I don't think there's a gap, discrepancy, what the industry is looking for and what we have at the moment. And I thought that I wanted to fill that gap. And the Core Meta Inc., based on our experience, yes, it's the talent is already there. It's just that the number of years is not the only factor they have to look for. It's also all the package they have. And so that's why Circus Stream and we talked about this, and I'm hoping that I could see some of you. And yeah, and then I'm looking forward to utilize your skills that you will bring.
Yeah, and again, we're super proud and happy of that as well. And that's a big thing for everyone. I mean, David agrees with you in the chat that it's ridiculous that they're looking for people with 5 years of experience. And yeah, I mean, mostly companies want to see a portfolio and see what you can do. And, basically, the proof is in the pudding, right? You'll get the certifications and the education, you'll get the portfolio, but then what are you going to do extra after that? And it's amazing to see that one of our alumni has gone out. You're again coming back full circle, and you're getting ready to launch your app, which is amazing. I'm going to be downloading it as soon as it comes out and
Thank
trying it
you.
out for sure. But what I want to do, I'm going to give you a little bit of a break. I know that we've had a lot of questions in the questions tab. I'm just going to go over a few bits of information about our programs and just invite you back on the stage after that to answer any questions that people in our chat have posted, and we can answer those live.
Thank you, Ro.
No problem. See you soon, VG.
See.
Thanks again. All right. And as a reminder for everyone, again, this session is being recorded, and you will get access to the recordings via email. What I wanted to do, again, like I mentioned, I wanted to go through some of our program offerings, as well as just give you a little bit more information about our organization. Um, Again, thanks to Miji for taking the time to be with us today. It was amazing to hear her story, and again, we're super proud. I can't say how proud we are to basically see the success of our students. Now, if you enjoyed today's session so far, we'd love to have you continue your learning journey with us. My favorite part of hosting these open houses and info sessions, other than talking to amazing individuals such as Miji and seeing the excitement of everyone in the chat, is to show off some of the amazing work that our students have created over the years, whether it's creating unique Unity scenes, building interactive AR experiences with Vuforia, or scripting mind-blowing experiences using the C# language. Ultimately, we'd love to help our student along their learning path and help them achieve amazing things. And on screen, you can see just a few examples of our students who have gone on to carve out a career in XR after learning with Circuit Stream. Now, this is the program of the hour. What we're talking about today, what this session is all about, our XR development with Unity program. This is a beginner-friendly 10-week project-based program that is also live, online, and instructor-led. You'll focus on making AR and VR applications in Unity with 3 hours of live instruction per week, lifetime access to both class recordings and the office hours that we mentioned throughout the session. And with our Plus package, you will also have 10 hours of one-on-one time with our experts that can be used for both personal projects or course material. Now, this course is available through us directly or through any of our local university partners. As you can see on screen, the start date for the next upcoming cohort is on March 2nd for all of our university partners, as well as Circuit Stream directly. Now, if you are looking to download the syllabus or apply for this program, please don't hesitate to go to one of our partner affiliate sites, or if you've been in contact with one of us in the enrollment team, don't hesitate to reach out. We would love to help you out. Now, in terms of our community and support, beyond our lessons themselves, we've also created a robust community of XR learners. All of our students and alumni get lifetime access to all of the material and recordings from their classes, in addition to lifetime access to all of the perks associated with our community. We talked extensively with Miji about the perks and the benefits of having such community and the support of such community. And, our student experience coordinators and our student experience team run all kinds of awesome events that is designed to basically support our students and alumni. They facilitate a lot of extra office hours, support groups, demo days, and so much more. And like we mentioned, there is no experience required for our program, so beginners have no fear. Now, I'm sure many of you were wondering about tuition prices for our courses, so I'm going to take a minute to discuss this, the finances involved. We offer two different packages for both our XR development with Unity program, as well as the interaction design and prototyping for XR program. As you can see, there is the starter package that includes the program, the 10-week program of your choice, as well as the lifetime access to all the perks associated with being a Circuit Stream student. Starter package is priced at $3,950. And as well as we have the plus package that includes everything in the starter package, with the addition of the C# scripting fundamentals course, which is an on-demand course, and 10 hours of one-on-one time that you can use for both personal projects as well as class material. The plus package is priced at $4,950. Now, I do want to actually mention this as well, a quick word on the tuition prices. The tuition prices that you see on screen are representative of the full tuition cost. And any of our Canadian university partners, if you go through them, such as U of T and UBC, you will pay the tuition in Canadian dollars. So just keep that in mind. In terms of financing options, we do have a few different financing options. We do have an internal financing plans available ranging from 3 to 12 months, 3, 6, and 12-month financing options. And then for US citizens, we work with an external financing partner called Climb, who offers loans of up to 5 years for our boot camp. And also a variety of different options for the 10-week courses that we have available. On screen, you'll see your admissions team, myself, Adesua, Shoshana, and Siobhan. We're a little bit different in terms of how the admissions team is involved compared to other companies. We're extremely involved in the before, during, and after part of your registration process. We're basically here to help answer any questions you may have about whether it's about the program itself, about the financial situation that is involved, or about your career goals. We want to get to know the most that we can from you to be able to make sure that the programs that we offer are a good fit, and to make sure that we can personalize the experience for you as much as possible. Now, you can reach out to us directly through our website or through a call or email if you've already connected with us previously. We would love to have a conversation with you. Now, that will conclude the this portion of the session as well. Again, just a reminder, I see that questions are coming in the questions tab. We are going to have Miji back on stage to answer questions live. So if you have any questions, please keep posting them and we will go through them one by one. Miji, are you there?
I'm here.
Hello.
Hi.
Perfect. All right. So we are going to jump right in and get started with these questions. Let's see here. All right. We got a question here. Could you ask about the differences between the 10-week program and the boot camp? So I can take this one. So the 10-week program, there's the XR development with Unity program. This one is mainly focused on augmented reality and virtual reality development and development of applications. The Unity game development boot camp is a 30-week boot camp. As the name suggests, it's all about game development, and it is really geared towards individuals who are looking to gain access to the community that we have with a focus on game development, whether it's for you to switch careers or kickstart a career in game development. The duration is longer with the boot camp. It is a more extensive program. All the projects that you work on throughout the boot camp are going to be game development focused, whereas in the XR development with Unity program, which is the 10-week program, the projects are basically focused on augmented reality and virtual reality and application development. Miji, if you have anything to add in terms of the XR development with Unity program, please feel free, but that's what I can think of at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think you have explained pretty well. I don't really have experience with bootcamp, but I've heard that it gives you a lot of great career advice. So which we didn't have for the Unity development course. As Rose said, we were focusing more on at the beginning. We were focusing on the XR rig, the hand. We talked about that. We're trying to link to the Oculus Quest 2 or our headset. We learned those, and we moved on to AR, and then we moved on to VR. So we learn the basic setups of that too. And then those are quite helpful because those are the foundations you have to know in order to create an app.
Yeah, definitely, and that's one thing I will mention as well with the boot camp. You do get access to the career services that Circuit Stream offers. That's only with the boot camp. Basically, our career services team will help you with interview preparations, one-on-one resume building, portfolio polishing, and also networking and essentially helping you land those interviews and potentially land a career or a job within the industry. So those would be the differences, and we would love to have extensive conversations and more detailed, in-depth conversations with anyone who is interested. Please don't hesitate again to head over to our website and submit a request, and we'll reach out to each individual so we can have that more customized conversation, basically. Perfect. Let's see here. I'm just going to start these questions. Perfect. Is there a particular background that would help one to be prepared for the program? I'll let you take that one, Miji, as someone who's been through the program, and then I'll add anything if I can think of anything.
Mm-hmm. I guess if you have taken computer science course, that would definitely help you to understand things. But I've met many people from music industry, theater industry. They're quite creative, and they thrive in this environment too. And also, as you can see, I have no computer science background. My background is completely different from this XR. So I think in order for you to understand maybe the course programming way, then probably computer science will help. But other than that, I think it's just your willingness to learn. So any background will be good.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it really, really depends on,
Mm,
in terms of what you want to do after the
exactly.
program, what your
Exactly.
goal is, right? That will determine what sort of background would help you with that goal. So, I mean, like we mentioned throughout the session, it is a new technology that you're learning. It is a new coding language or the language overall that you're learning. So unless you have a background in C# coding, then I think it really depends on an individual basis. Perfect. So we do have a lot of questions, so I'm just trying to go through these as quickly as possible. So have you set up milestones about where you are in your current project? I bet there's a great learning experience in working in a team and separation of concerns.
So yes, we do have milestones. As you can see, the first sub we are planning to launch this within a month. And then our second multiplayer cooking game, we are hoping that we can launch this within 4 to 5 months. And then we also have another project that in mind that has to do with more of using 360 video so that users can actually see the images of real Korea inside the VR environment. And then maybe you can try to practice some conversation that will happen, hoping that within the year. That those are my milestones at the moment for our core project. And oh yes, teamwork. It's it's amazing and it's very helpful, and I'm learning every single day. And if you are interested in doing teamwork, I strongly recommend you become an expert in Git. GitHub, and learning GitHub and the Git will really really help you when it comes to collaborating people. But also it's the importance of communication. You need to be able to communicate very well and clearly, and I guess as much as possible, so that you can provide the directions so that the project can go as smoothly as possible. But of course there are bumps and obstacles, and you just learn it from there. You learn the best from your mistakes. So yes.
Perfect. Thank you for that. And then this next question might be a team effort for us both, Miji. What would you say that is worth it, the difference between a couple of Udemy courses and YouTube? How far can you really go with a circuit stream certification and education? So I'm going to take the first crack at it, Miji. Basically, we always get this question, right? As enrollment advisors, it's a very valid question. Like, how far can you get? Why would I pay for a program if there are available content out there on YouTube and Udemy for free? And there's a couple of different reasons, right? The first thing is this technology is ever changing, ever evolving, ever updating, right? There's a lot of updates that come. If you go back 1 year to now, there's so much that is different in the technology that, having those experts who have the most current skills, the most current knowledge, and the fact that that you're getting right information from a source that is credible is one of the reasons. Whereas with YouTube and Udemy, they might be older videos. Specifically with YouTube, the credibility of the information that you get is not as high as somewhere like an educational institution. The second thing would be, the community aspect and the continuous support that you get. So yes, you can go, let's say you go through YouTube. What happens the first time that you have a problem, that you have a bug that you need to fix, right? So having this community, having the access to these experts to be able to really not only just get simple answers, but get an understanding of where that bug came from, what led up to you having that bug and how to solve it, that's also priceless, right? And
Mhm.
you have lifetime access to that. So when we talk about how far will the circuit stream certification and education get you in an industry like this, it's not just about the certification and the education, right? You can have the certification if you don't have any portfolio pieces or anything to basically prove that you're able to do what the certification says you can do, it doesn't go a long way, right? It's the combination of having your portfolio, having connections and networking within the industry, and basically expanding your horizons of what you're working on to be able to showcase your skills that you can not only work as an individual developer, but also as part of a team, because that's important as well. So it's not just the certification or the education, it's a collective. When you take all those pieces and bring them together, that's what makes the program well worth the cost. And it is at the end of the day an investment in yourself, right? If you're looking for an easy way out to come in, do a 10-week program and basically have everything handed to you, then this will not be for you. If you're looking to learn and you're looking to basically put in the effort, we will give you everything that you need. We will give you the continuous support to be able to go from point A to point B, and we will guide you from point A to point B. But you do have to put in some work as well. So I'm not sure if I missed anything, Miji. If you have anything to add, that would be fantastic. Again, this is something the question that we get all the time. So
Yeah, Ro, I think you put it perfectly and eloquently. So, just to add, I mean, I still learn from YouTube videos, and but like Ro said, there is a limit to it, because if you start, you will know when you start developing some apps. There will be bugs, you have no idea where it's coming from. There will be errors that's coming out of nowhere. You just didn't expect, and you would sometimes get stuck. And if you keep Googling, if you keep YouTubing, you will know that there maybe those errors are not there online. And the only place you can run back to is the instructors and actually people. There's so much the machines can do, but people with their experience and knowledge, that's where that's where you can actually get the solution that you want. So yeah, there's a huge difference between just learning from YouTube's. Of course, they are very helpful, but yeah, there's a huge difference between learning from YouTube and learning from people, real people.
Yeah, definitely. I always use the example of imagine like learning how to play the guitar. Yes, you can go and watch YouTube videos and go step by step, follow along, but having an actual tutor, an actual teacher, an expert to come in and sit down and teach you one on one, teach you the right technique, teach you the right things to do. That is a completely different experience than watching videos and learning from there. And also on the education piece, if you do go through one of our university partners, you also
Mhm.
get the micro credential with the university branding, right? And that carries a lot of weight when it comes to certain employers. You know, for example, Miji went through UFT. So if you're looking at an XR specific organization, they will know who Circuit Stream is, and our name will carry that weight and that credibility. And if it's any other organization, you know, you have both, basically the best of both worlds. So that's what our program is all about. It's one big package. It's not just about the education or just about the community aspect. It's all working in harmony to basically get you from point A to point B. Perfect. And this next question, will there be any goggles given for this program? With the program, the requirements that we have are all on the hardware side that the student will have to come in with. So basically, you'll need a laptop or a PC that can run Unity, as well as a virtual reality headset or goggles. So basically, our recommendation is the Meta Quest 2 if you're a beginner and you're coming into the program. That does everything you need for the program and so much more, but we don't actually provide the goggles when you enroll into the program. Now, the next one, are additional one-on-one sessions available after completing the course as well? Absolutely. We do have additional one-on-one hours. We do have a 6-hour option and a 13-hour option that can be purchased separately. And if that's something that you're looking into, one of the members from the admissions team, such as myself, will be more than happy to assist you and kind of go through the options with you. But the answer is yes, we do have them available. And then let's see here. Oh, I guess we have a response in one of the questions in response to Silver's question, which was about the Udemy YouTube versus Circuit Stream. This includes prepping for the Unity certification exam. It is good to review what kind of certifications are available. That's that's definitely right. And thank you, David, for that. So there are different certifications available, but this one will prepare you for the Unity certifications in specific. Let's see. Just to clarify, the associations with universities, they are still online, not in person. That is correct. So no matter which one of our partners you go through, the program is live, online, and instructor-led. You are not required to attend in person. Everything is done online, which is a beautiful thing. You can do this from anywhere in the world. So perfect. All right. Sorry, we have so many questions, so I'm trying to get through these a little bit quicker. Um, are you thinking of adding a new course with other topics pertaining to creating artwork and in leading a team as a project manager specialized in Unity development? To be perfectly honest with you, in terms of the Project manager specialized in Unity development. I have no idea. I'm part of the admissions team. We have a separate team that works on our content creation. But I do know that there are new courses in the works. Not sure if we can talk about them right now. So I don't want to give anything away, but we are working on new programs and new courses. And what I can tell you is that where we get our ideas and focus our efforts comes strictly from the polls that we post in sessions like this, as well as all the feedback that we get in our community channels. So, uh, your responses really do matter and they do really make a difference. Perfect. All right. What is it like focusing on education through XR and games, game learning? This is something I am interested in as well. Miji, I will let you take this one. This is right up your alley.
Hmm. This makes me very excited, especially that I focus XR, combine XR and education, because when I was searching for XR apps, or sorry, not XR app, but VR, because specifically we're developing a VR app, there was only one. And there was only one on Oculus Quest. And when I saw that, and then when I tried to use that app, I found that it was lacking a lot of features. And that made me more excited because this content at the moment in XR is very there's so much room to improve. And now, because I attend a lot of workshops or demo sessions or presentations, I see that more and more people are very much interested in education, and they start to make it now. So I feel that I am, I'm not really following the end of it, but I'm actually trying to lead, or I'm in like the front of all the development of in education. That makes me extremely excited. So if you are interested in creating something in education in XR, I definitely recommend you start today, because yes, you will lead that. And not only that, I said XR, when it comes to XR, because of the immersiveness and then the vast possibility of creating things within XR. It's so vast, it's limitless. You can you can create some content that you could not create in person or online course, and that will make people be more engaged, and then their learning possibility would be so much better. So yes, so XR and education together, it's one exciting field you can explore.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you for that. I know it's a passion of yours. I mean, throughout the whole session, that's what it's all about for you. So thank you very much for that. The next question is, when is the next session after the March 2nd start? So basically, the next one we have scheduled is for May 11th, I believe it is. So basically, how we do our cohorts, each cohort is 10 weeks. We run the cohort, we take a week off, and then we'll run another cohort. And basically, in that week that we take off, we are revamping and updating our content if needed to make sure that we're delivering the most up to date information to our students and teaching them the most up to date stuff. But the next one is going to be on May 11th after that March cohort. And you can sign up for that. Cohort as well. And if you do that well in advance, you do actually qualify for early bird incentives, which, again, if you are interested in, reach out to one of us in the enrollment team, and we'll be more than happy to go through the details with you. Um, let's see here. Could you talk more about the certification? I wasn't aware of the Unity certification. Yeah, absolutely. So, Unity themselves, they offer a variety of different certifications, right? So one of the things that you learn throughout the program is the tools and the skills to be able to basically take the test for these certifications, because there is an exam involved. It is a paid exam. So you'll learn all you need to learn to be able to take these certification exams. With the XR development with Unity program in specific, I believe it's the associate programmer certification from Unity. That's the specific name of the certification. And we can definitely help you. with that. If you specifically, if you have the one-on-one time with our instructors, you can let them know that your goal is to take that certification exam. And being a Unity official training partner, we actually help put these certification exams together with Unity. So there's no better person or people to actually help you with passing those exams. But essentially, that's what they are. So you have a total of 4 different certifications that Unity offers. The associate programmer certification is the second out of the 4. The first one, which is the most beginner one, is I believe it's the associate user. And then you're the associate programmer. And then there's an expert and a professional programmer, which for those two, you actually require experience with Unity. So it's not a matter of taking an exam, passing it, and getting the professional or the expert. You actually have to put in some time. Don't quote me on this. I believe it's 1 to 2 years, or 2 years for the professional, and then 5+ years for the expert. But I could be wrong on that. But there's a kind of restriction on how you can obtain those certifications. But basically, that just gives you a certification from Unity themselves. I hope that answered the question. Perfect. And then I believe this might be the last one. You mentioned starting now if interested in XR and education. How would you recommend someone starting right now before taking the course? Miji, any ideas?
So I would recommend, if you don't have, like I said, if you don't have any knowledge in coding, then I definitely want you to start the basic. So learn very basic of C sharp, so that your potential understanding the materials be better. And also, if you're in education, try to look for what's happening in because education is very vast as well. So try to look into what's happening in your specific field of education, what's happening in XR as well. Is there anything going on there, or is there something missing there? Try to find the niche within the education system where you can bring the XR, and then maybe that's where you can expand and you start your starting point. And I believe at the moment Unity also is trying to develop their own education system, education programs for educators. So you could look into those programs as well, and it's out there. So try to research as much as possible what you want to do, and try to learn programming, and just try to familiarize yourself with the Unity program as well before, so that you learn so much more throughout the program. Hope it helps.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, in terms of preparations for the program, if you do the plus package, we mentioned that you get access to the C Sharp Scripting Fundamentals on Demand course. So basically, as soon as your enrollment is confirmed and you're officially onboarded into the class, you get access to that course. And that's basically a perfect prerequisite, let's call it, for you to dip your toes, start engaging with, and learn that before getting into the 10-week program. And the reason we actually chose the C Sharp program as the kind of pre-course to give to students is because historically, based on feedback, that's the toughest part of the program. So, we just came up with this 30-hour course that's specifically focused on C Sharp coding. So that would be a perfect way to kind of prepare yourself for the live sessions in the program as well. Perfect. And then we have one more question. Why C Sharp? Why not C++? So we work with Unity, which uses C Sharp. Unreal Engine uses C++, and that's why. That's not to say that we won't be having C++ in the future and not working with Unreal. I know that's one of the things that we are actually actively looking into, developing courses and programs around the Unreal Engine. But that's the main reason. I mean, if we did, we work with Unity, so C Sharp is the language that's used, hence why we focus on C Sharp. Perfect. I believe that was it for the questions. I will give a few more minutes to anyone who wants to shoot some last minute questions. Ask now or hold your peace until you connect with one of us in the admissions department. Let's see. Going once, going twice. All right, I believe that is it. Miji, thank you again so much for joining us today. It was amazing to have you, and thank you for sharing your experience with us and being such an active and important part of our community. And thank you to everyone who joined us today. Again, this session is recorded. We will send a copy of the recording to everyone's emails. Thank you again. We will see you next time. Have a great rest of your week, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you, Ro. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye bye.
Bye.